Hi, I'm Christopher Janes, CTO of Immersive. We're just back from InfoComm, where we won Best of Show for a multi-room, the new ability to send content across locations using Solstice. One of the hottest topics of conversation of that show was that it now puts content conferencing on equal footing with voice conferencing and audio conferencing, and that you can now take a video teleconferencing package and integrate it into your collaboration sessions in the business space. So we're going to give you a demo of that just to make sure everyone understands how it works. So I have to kind of invent a scenario, and that scenario is two cities, London and New York. Tyler and his team is in New York. I am in the London location, and we have a weekly meeting on our calendar called Architectural Review, where we discuss maybe project plans around an architectural project. Now this week we have a vendor who will be joining us from outside of those two rooms that are enabled with Solstice pods. In this example we're going to use Zoom, but you could use WebEx, you could use GoToMeeting, you can use anything that allows you to do voice and video conferencing. We're going to show how that bridges into your content conferencing solution. So I've already sent out the invite credentials to both Tyler and anybody using Solstice with the meeting names so they can just jump in and join, and the Zoom credentials for anyone who is going to use it just for voice or will be joining from outside. So I'm going to join from the London office. I just typed the code on the screen because it's time for that meeting to start, and I'm going to share maybe a bunch of designs that are under review into the meeting. And then I'm going to start a multi-room session. That's our weekly architectural review. And I am going to use Zoom for the audio bridge. So there it is. And I hit start. And I've already dialed into the Zoom audio bridge with this star phone on the table in the London office. And I'll wait for the folks in New York to join. Now, in New York, they will join the Zoom bridge using their cell phones or whatever, and they have requested to join. I can see here in Solstice, and I'm going to approve them in. So now Tyler and I and our teams work together collaboratively around content. Maybe they'll post some content we can look at this week from the New York office. And you want to throw a video in there as well. And we can chat and do everything that multi-room supports.
A lively cafe occupies the space under the making strand diagonal.
Okay, so now we've got a video that's a fly-through of a proposed architectural change, potentially with audio. We're hearing it in both locations. And then I'm going to, and as part of this meeting, we're waiting for someone to join in from another bridge. And I'm going to let them know we're ready for them. Okay. And so now we'll wait for that user to join the session. Now keep in mind, remote participants will just be able to use what they normally do for video teleconferencing, which is he's just joined. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Mike here. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you great. So now Mike's voice is being bridged in with Zoom, just the same way that we're sharing voice between the New York and London office, so we'll hear him in both places. Now here's where it gets interesting. I can share, I'm going to bridge Mike into the meeting by sharing my desktop. And now he is just a post in our session. He's seen in both locations, and if I put him full screen, he is now being viewed across both places. Hey Mike, thanks for joining the meeting. I've got you on screen in both New York and London, and the teams are excited to hear what you have to present.
Excellent. You want to see the content?
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, here we go. Here's the results of the environmental impact survey.
Great. Now, what Mike can't do is share more than one piece of content at a time, but that's because that's what video teleconferencing gives you, the ability to share content. He also cannot see content that's outside of his little window. So if we at some point said, you know what, Mike, we want a sidebar. Can you hold on a minute? I think that that's spurring some ideas from my team in New York, and they want to show some content maybe even bring the video back in view, because we have a fly-through video we were looking at earlier that's related. He could play that video, and you can see that we can continue to have a Solstice-like experience where Mike is actually only one of the posts as he's bridging in through Zoom. Okay, thanks, Mike. Go ahead and we'll put you back on screen and have you present some more, and then I can do that. Awesome. Great, and then he would finish presenting, and stop sharing your content, and we can see, and then we can do the thanks a lot, Mike, for joining the meeting today. We're going to use what you said and hopefully drive to a final decision by the end of the hour.
Excellent. Thanks, guys.
All right, see you later. And so now when Mike leaves, I'm allowed to then just go in and delete the post that is the Zoom bridge, because I don't want to see it anymore. So the rules apply the same for that piece of content that they do for everything. And now we can bring back where we were, all that video, and get back into session. Okay. So that's a great example of how you can bridge anyone with a VTC client into a set multi-room session using Solstice. It shows how VTC provides the unified voice bridge for that, and I think what it really does, that's really exciting, is it puts content conferencing on equal footing with video conferencing and voice conferencing. Thanks a lot.